As a man, I always feel weird that I enjoy this show because it makes me feel like I'm one of the girls. Let's talk about it. Love is Blind is a show that I'm embarrassed to say that I'm a fan of. This is one of my guilty pleasure shows. I remember the first time that I sat down for season 1, episode 1, and I watched this show and I fell in love because I was like, this has to be scripted because it's no way that people are this stupid. You could call me shallow, you could call me toxic, you could call me a whole bunch of different names in the book. I feel like a lot of people feel this way. They just scared to say it for whatever reason. Me, I don't care. I'm gonna always keep it real with you guys, but it is no way in hell I would ever marry someone strictly off of their personality. If I'm not attracted to you in some way, shape, or form, hell no. I feel like for the concept of Love is Blind, if you take out the how fast they get married, like they leave the pod and then they get married in like 4 weeks, I think that's stupid. But the concept of being in the pod and just sitting down and not being able to see the person and just getting to know somebody and just open up and talk to them, I think that's great. But if that door opens up and I don't like what I see, I'm sorry, I'm going home. And I'm gonna go on that vacation, but then I'm gonna go home. My coworkers usually talk to me about the show. I haven't talked to anybody, so I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if I'm tripping. As a fan of Love is Blind, I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of over it. Or maybe this season is just so bad that it's making me feel that way because this season is so boring. I just don't care about this season. I don't care about any of the couples. I don't think it's a single couple on here that I'm like even rooting for at this point. I would be surprised if any of them probably got married. This is season 8 of Love is Blind. It's only so much that can happen over this show that we haven't already seen before, and it's just, this is really boring. I don't care about none of the people on this show. Like what they got going on in Spain, like I usually hate reality shows because I feel like a lot of this is fake and it's the same thing rehashed over and over again. What they got going on in Spain, I don't know, that Temptation Island thing they got going on with my man Montoya running on the beach. I watched a 2-minute clip of that show. That was the best reality TV that I've seen in over a decade. But I don't want this video to be super long, so let's talk about these couples. I'm gonna start with the one that I care about the least, Daniel and Taylor. This was some of the dumbest that I've seen, and I've seen a lot of stupid stuff in my life. So at the beginning of the season, before we really saw any episodes, they were like, this is what's coming up on this season. It was a bombshell in the hype reel that somebody knew what the person looked like because they followed them on Instagram. And then we finally get to that point, it goes nowhere. So this girl Taylor is crying because she thinks this dude Daniel knows who she is. He cheated the system. He knows what he looks like. First off, I think that nigga lying, but she couldn't even prove that it was this dude. And then when it comes to Daniel and she's like, you followed me before, then you unfollow me, you know who I am, you know what I look like. She's asking him very directly, have you ever followed me? And he's like, well, I mean, I don't know. I might have followed you, but then I might have unfollowed you. And like, I don't know, because I don't know. As a man, I've been in a situation where I've been accused of something, and sometimes the best thing you can do is just play dumb. But seeing these dudes do it on camera where all they say is, I don't know what happened. I don't know how we got here. I think that dude is lying. The way that he was acting, like, how don't you know? If you ask me straight up, did you ever follow me? It's a simple yes or no. I'm hoping at the reunion that dude gets exposed because that would be absolutely hilarious to me, but I don't care about this couple. Boring as hell. After we got past the whole Instagram thing, I honestly forgot these people were even on the show. Don't care about them. Now let's talk about Monica and Joey. So we got the Tarzan looking dude with one of the craziest women I've ever seen in my life. Like the girl Monica, she, like both of them from what I've seen, like they seem cool. Like Monica, she seems like a cool person, but she just a little, like her and her whole family, they did the fam jam or something like that when they started playing music and the dude was playing a flute and stuff like that. That looked like something out of like a scripted sitcom or something. If I was there, I would be like, what the hell is going on? Like Monica's personality, she just seems like she's on 10 all the time. Like she's always, like she just drank a gallon of coffee or something like that. And then they talking about a shared sock bin or something. And when they said that they share a community of socks, I'm sorry, the first thing that crossed my mind is white people. I mean, I do agree with Joey. It is something weird with Monica's sister. Like when they were sitting down by the campfire, she was talking about, well, I'm 5 years older than you. I feel like it should have been me first. To me, that's kind of weird. That's kind of a red flag. And like Joey said, very smart boy. I mean, I know Monica said that he's a smooth talker. He always knows what to say. He got her with this one when he was trying to make it seem like her sister might be jealous of her. Because I agree. Well, one, on when she said I should have done it first, that's weird. Two, if your sister has never liked any dude you've ever been with, that's also weird. So I do think that that dynamic is weird, but I don't know at this point. When I watch this show, I'm surprised that anybody ever gets married. So I don't know if they're gonna end up getting married. They both seem crazy enough like they'll actually do it. Like Monica, like I said, she's nice. She seems like a nice girl, but she seems like one of those people that when she walks into a room, you're gonna be like, here we go. And then we get to Devin and Virginia. Usually for me as a black man, when I watch any sort of reality show, I'm rooting for the black people. Again, with them, I don't care. I think the dude Devin seems like a nice guy. Don't really care. Virginia, she is fine as hell, and her name is very beautiful. I'm from Virginia. Shout out to Virginia, but she's fine as hell. The only thing with this couple is their big thing is the prenup. Me personally, we don't need to get too much deep into it, but I think prenups should just be standard. I guess if it's the standard, it wouldn't be called prenup, but I don't have any issue with what she said. Like, if we get a divorce, you leave what you came with, I leave what I came with, we just go our separate ways. To me, that's how it should be, in my opinion. This is one couple that I would be really shocked if they ended up getting married. I mean, for me, if I'm Virginia, I feel like I said Devin earlier. If I'm Virginia and I'm listening to Devin and he's talking about, oh, the student loan debt, I got student loan debt too, but the student loan debt and then a lot of heavy medical bills, to me, that's a lot to take on. I mean, Virginia said that she'll chip in and she'll help with some things, but that's a lot to deal with somebody that you just met like a few weeks ago. I don't know, again, don't really care about them. I feel like at this point, I'm just watching this show because Netflix has me brainwashed and I just need something to binge now, because I just watch it at this point just to see how low and how bored am I and how single am I for even watching this crap. Devin and Virginia again, I don't care. We got Ben and Sarah, and this was the one that got me on that very last episode. I thought if any couple was gonna make it, I thought it would be them, but then it started getting a little weird. So at the end of the last episode, they say that, oh, this girl got on TikTok and she didn't say any names, but she made a video about one of the castmates, and then Ben was like, yeah, she's talking about me. Red flag. Again, what I was saying, as a guy, I've been in the hot seat. You know, I've had a woman accusing me, you know, you gotta play dumb, you know, you gotta roll with it. You gotta deflect, deny. Oh, men are trash. It looks so stupid when she's asking this man a direct question and he says, yeah, we had a relationship like 4 years ago. We went out on a date and we met at the bar a few times, but we never hooked up. And then later she said, well, did y'all kiss? Well, yeah, you know, we did kiss, but, you know, we ain't hook up though. And she's asking him more like, well, what happened? What happened exactly? And he was like, oh man, it's 4 years ago. I don't really remember. I just remember that I ended up ghosting her. Every time she asked this man a question, he's just like, I don't know. I mean, it was 4 years ago. Who remembers anything from 4 years ago? I can remember if I talked to somebody and I went on a date with somebody 4 years ago. I'm assuming more is going to come out about that at some point, but to me, that is a big red flag. What's her name again? Sarah, I believe. If I'm Sarah, I ain't really trusting this dude. But as a guy, I can tell when a guy is BSing. And I remember, who was that dude named Clay? The black dude Clay on one of these seasons. I could tell from the very beginning. He was on straight bullshit. As a guy, you can see when a guy, you just know things. But they were the couple that I was the most confident that they would get married. But at this point, I don't really know, because the girl on the TikTok said that he manipulated her. But in relationships, it gets tricky. Everybody has their different perspectives. What is manipulation in some cases? Like, as one person, you can just be very direct with them. And then another person, they're going to hear what they want to hear. So they might say, you led me on, you did this, this, or this, you manipulated me. I don't really know what that means in this case, but I'm assuming she has more details that she's gonna come out and say. Every time I watch this show, I just feel more and more bad for women, because men are trash. Yo, ladies, I don't see how y'all do it. Men are terrible human beings, except for me, of course, but I don't see how y'all do it. Every time I watch one of these shows, the dudes are trash. And then the last couple, David and Lauren, it's so much to unpack here. I don't want to judge too harshly yet because I don't know how the season is going to end. Like I said, we got like 3-4 episodes left. Red flags everywhere with this couple. This dude, David, I'm pretty sure he's killed somebody before. Something just seems off for him. I mean, I'm not saying this to be rude, but to me, it kind of seems, I'm surprised he likes girls. Maybe I'm tripping with that. But I think he works like a plastic surgery, or he's like a plastic surgeon or something like that. He's definitely killed somebody before. Something is just off about him. I don't know if I missed it, because like I said, on the first 2 episodes of this season, I was on my phone a lot because I don't care. But he just kept saying, oh, my sister, when my sister meets you, my sister. He's talking about her like she's Debo. He's talking about her like she's the Kingpin or something like that. Who the hell is his sister? And it just seems so weird. And like, I feel like I read an article where he was like, why are you making it weird? Like, I just have a good relationship with my sister. Bro, he's talking about her like if he does anything wrong, it's gonna be a black van outside that pulls up, kidnaps him, and murders him. And then he was going around at the first time that the couples all saw each other, he was just asking everybody, did you have sex with your fiance? Weird. Why would you go around, especially asking the women? I can see if you asked the other men that, but you going up to the wives, the fiancés, and asking, yo, is you letting your man crack yet? My girl not. And then when it comes to Lauren, I know women like her. Lauren gives a lot of red flags. So on episode 1, when they were showing like what's going to happen later in this season, I don't think they showed the person, but somebody was saying that she had sex with him in like 48 hours or something like that, and we haven't had sex. I'm going to assume that was Lauren. I could be wrong. Again, haven't seen the rest of the season yet, but if Lauren let that dude that she was hooking up with have sex in 48 hours, and then the dude that she's married to, she ain't let him get none, hell no. The woman logic of, oh, I actually like you, so I'm not gonna have sex with you, has never made sense to me. And I feel like David has a point where he's talking about, yo, you dating somebody, allegedly, you're dating somebody right before you come onto the show, you getting cracked by some dude right before you come on the show, and now you in my face talking about put a ring on it. And the way that she was talking to this man when they were in the kitchen, and she was trying to describe it, where she was like, well, no, we weren't dating. I never stayed over his place. We never went and got food. We never like met each other family. We never hung out with nothing like that. We were just friends with benefits. To me, that's even worse. I would much rather you actually be in a relationship and date this dude instead of just saying, no, all he was doing was blowing my back out and then I went on the show. What's the big deal? Again, I don't know if the rumors are true. We gotta wait and tune in to see what happens with that. But I feel like I know women like her. Don't do it, bro. I mean, I feel like for both of them, she shouldn't even want to date that dude. I don't know how much money he makes, because I think she's like a teacher, but I'm assuming he makes good money. But to me, that ain't worth it. It's so much stupid stuff with this couple. You got a sister who's hanging over in the shadows and hanging in the rafters like she's Sting or something. You got a girl that's getting cracked by a dude and she's saying, well, it's not a big deal. We just had sex. It's not like we dated or anything. Huh? This show needs to stop. This needs to be the last season. We know Nick Lachey and Vanessa, y'all will pay for y'all crimes. How many more of this can we take? But again, I need to reserve my judgment because the season isn't over yet. I needed to talk to, I haven't talked to anybody yet. I don't even know if people, this came out, I think on Valentine's Day. So I don't even know how many people actually watch this show yet, but I just needed to talk to somebody. Like I said, I don't want this video to be long. I don't even know how long this video is. I actually got to get ready to go to work, but thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new here. What are your thoughts on this season? Is there any couple that you think is gonna get married? Do you think they should get married? What's the dumbest thing you've seen this season? And do we need to stop at this point? 8 seasons of this? Let me know in the comment section below. Love you guys. As always, remember to tell somebody that you love them. Until next time, see you in the next life.